Four tragedies in 120 AC caused it to be remembered as the year of the Red Spring, not to be confused with the Red Spring of 236 AC, for it laid the foundation for the Dance of the Dragons. The first of these tragedies was the death of Laena Velaryon, Laenor's sister. Once considered as a bride for Viserys, she had wed Prince Daemon in 115 AC, after his wife, Lady Rhea, died while hunting in the Vale. Daemon, meanwhile, had grown tired of stepstones, and had given up his crown. 5 other men would follow him as kings of the Narrow Sea, until that sellsword kingdom ended for good and all. Laena gave Daemon 2 twin daughters, Baela and Rhaena. Though King Viserys had at first been angered by the marriage, which took place without his leave, he allowed Daemon to present his daughters at court in 117 AC, against the objections of his small council. He still loved his brother, and perhaps thought that fatherhood would temper him. In 120 AC, Laena was brought to bed again with child, and delivered the son that Daemon had always desired. What was drawn from her womb was twisted and deformed, however, and died shortly after birth. Laena, too, soon expired. But it was her parents, Lord Corlys and Princess Rhaenys, who had the greater cause to lament that year. They still mourned their daughter when their son was taken. All accounts agree that Laenor was attending a market fair at Spicetown when he was murdered. Eustace named his friend and companion, and lover, as some would have it, Sir Carl Corey, saying they quarreled because Laenor meant to put him aside for a new favorite. Blades were drawn, and Laenor was killed. Sir Carl fled, never to be seen again. Mushroom, however, suggests a blacker tale, that Prince Daemon had paid Corey to murder Laenor, to free Rhaenyra for himself. The third tragedy was the ugly squabble between the sons of Alicent and the sons of Rhaenyra, caused when the dragonless Aemond Targaryen attempted to claim the late Laena's dragon, Vhagar, for himself. Pushes and shoves were followed by fists after Aemond mocked Rhaenyra's boys as the Strongs, until young Prince Lucerys took a knife and plunged it into Aemond's eye. Afterward, Aemond was known as Aemond One-Eye, though he did manage to win Vhagar. He had the opportunity to avenge the loss of his eye in the years to come, though the realm would bleed because of it. In the end, Viserys attempted to make peace, and he did so by proclaiming that any man or woman who questioned the paternity of Rhaenyra's children would have his or her tongue torn out. He then commanded Alicent and his sons to return to King's Landing, while Rhaenyra was to remain with her sons at Dragonstone, so that they might not quarrel again. Sir Eric Cargill remained at Dragonstone as Rhaenyra's sworn shield, taking the place of Sir Harwin Strong, who returned to Harrenhal. The last tragedy, and some might say the least, was the fire at Harrenhal that took the lives of Lord Lionel and his son and heir, Sir Harwin. But those who speak so are ignorant. Viserys, now old and weary, and increasingly disinterested in the governance of the realm, was left without a hand, while Rhaenyra was left without both a husband and, as some claimed, a paramour. Some accounts see it as an accident, no more, but others suggest more wicked possibilities. Some believe that Larys Clubfoot one of the king's inquisitors and Lord Lionel's youngest son, might have arranged it so that he might rule Harrenhal. Other histories even hint that Prince Daemon himself was behind it. Rather than bring in a new hand, the king recalled Sir Otto from Oldtown at Alicent's urging and named him hand again. And rather than mourn her late husband, Rhaenyra at last wed her uncle, Prince Daemon. In the last days of 120 AC, she even delivered to him his first son, whom she named Aegon, after the conqueror. When she learned of it, Queen Alicent was said to be enraged, for her own eldest son also bore the conqueror's name. The two Aegons came to be known as Aegon the Elder and Aegon the Younger.